Hello. My name is Heather Aston, and this is my channel, TT's Trinkets and Treasures. If this is the first time you've stumbled across one of my videos in this little corner, we all know, in this little corner of the World Wide Web, we all know as YouTube, welcome. I hope you'll find this video informative and entertaining enough that you'll want to hit that subscribe button and change the notification bell to all so that you never miss the release of one of my videos in the future. If you are a returning viewer, otherwise known as my treasures, I'm happy that you guys are all here. Okay, I have a big smudge on my glasses. That's not closed. We were playing around with wire a little bit and cutting it a little close, obviously, because I was a tad bit late, but it was all for the name of science. So, science jewelry, whatever you want to call it. Let's go and see who's all here and say hello, and see how everybody is doing. Good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Barbara and Heather, Beth, Brandy, Lynn, Sid, the other Lynn. We've got a few on tonight. I'm excited, Tina. Okay, thank you.
It's pretty close to the ones that Chuck did 20 hours.
Interesting. Okay.
But if you look next to it, there is a difference.
Right. I'm going to show. Okay, so we were playing with wire and the tumbler and liver of sulfur and all of that so that we could show you the different ways that things turn up. So I am not going to be doing lives on Sunday night anymore. We'll need to decide if this is a good time for everybody or if you prefer the hour earlier. Some people had said like on Sunday nights that it was too close to dinner. They always had to catch it on the replay, whatever else, all of that kind of stuff. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better. Oh, Lynn, did you log in under both your accounts? You're such a sweetie. I love ya. Love ya. I don't know why I just put that together. I cannot get this smudge off these glasses. And this new fan is a little bit noisy. Hopefully it's okay. Let me go and check something just real quick. Okay, there we go. Okay, I set it so that it eliminates background noise, but it's already keeping me way cooler than the other one was. Lynn, I'm happy that you're feeling better with your leg unwrapped. It does feel better. I totally feel ya. I'm glad that you guys are all here. Hello, Leah. Welcome. Seems like this might be a good time for everybody. I got my apple wine. It was in Belladonna, green apple wine. It's like my favorite. But as I said, we took one of the links that I showed you, and I made a whole length of it. A very long length of it. I believe it might even be more than 36 inches. Where did my big long ruler go? I took a bunch of stuff and kind of threw it off my mat at the last minute. Oh, here it is. Let me see how long this length is because Beth was asking about it. And it does take, there's 18 inches, 36 inches, 44 inches is this length. I have some other that I did as well, but I want to take you guys down to the mat and I will show you. So this is the link I was talking about. My hubby cut this dowel that I had, which is 18 millimeters in diameter, and I wrapped wire around this. And then cut them and then turned a loop out using the second step of my veil making pliers. And then something I did not mention because I didn't notice it until later it is better to push these together while still keeping them here so that the bottom stays rounder like that versus just kind of grabbing and pressing it together. Unless you like this look, I just wanted to point out the difference. So if you push them together when they're around the mandrel, you're going to get a little bit wider, rounder, whereas if you just push the two together, either using your fingers, this makes it a little bit easier if you don't mind it being on. Just kind of grab some pliers and get them most of the way and then do the last little bit. But obviously this is going to be a personal preference thing. Man, I didn't realize I already had this done too. I just had Steve put some through the tumbler. So anyway, so this is what the copper wire looked like after going in the liver of sulfur and then being in the tumbler overnight. That also knocked off any like sharp points, the ends. So even if you had like something sticking out, it knocks off all the high points. So that's nice. What's up with Bethy? Probably is your weather, hon. It's okay. Just sit back, relax, and watch. Nobody wants you to hurt. So this is what it looks like. This one has a 16 gauge jump ring, whereas the one he did tonight only had an 18-inch. But like I said, this is 44 inches of this wire. I love the way it turned out, you guys. It's so pretty and like elegant. Let me throw my dowel on the floor. But like, look at how nice it drapes. Like it's so pretty. I would totally just wear this as a bracelet, maybe a little bit smaller. Like I said, you can do this using anything round. Like, don't feel like you have to go out and search for things. If you have a tube of seed beads, you have let's just see. You have one of these tubes of seed beads. You have an almost 14 millimeter that you could wrap around. That dowel was only 18 millimeters. So you have this that you could wrap it around. This one's even smaller. This one's only 12. So because the last step on the mail baking pliers, these ones, I believe is 9. Yeah, about 9 millimeters. So if you want something a little bit bigger, just look for something around the house that's round. These glass bottles that I use for beads, those are 22 millimeters wide. So it's just a matter. Plus, if you go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's, you can buy shorter sectioned wood dowels in a whole host of sizes. So read the statement above mine. Yes, I made the links. How much are you selling for? It does look better with the mandrel, of course. But I have to put it all back in the morning. Yes, I know. You do have to wrap it back up. I wasn't allowed to shower the first week, and then the second week I was allowed to, and then I went back and had another treatment. It was like 4 months of hell on my legs. Though my husband did correct me, I only had it done twice on each leg. One time they went in and cauterized, and another time they went in with like the foam. Sorry. I don't know what's going on with the mouse pad of my laptop all of a sudden, but thankfully we got it at Costco. So if it continues, we can always take it back. Okay, and then, so this was the copper that was done overnight, right? This is what it looks like when Steve just put it in the sulfur and washed it off, and we didn't put it in the tumbler at all right here. And I even made like a big one because this would be a really pretty pendant. It's a lot similar to the earrings that Rosanna makes like this, and she'll wire wrap the section together and have like a bead down in the middle. So this isn't, I'm not trying to claim that this is my design. I promise. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm sure that there are others who have done this. I use the always get an perfect oval thing, either from Linda or Samantha. I think it's Samantha, but I'm not 100% sure. Theirs, you turn it inwards and then push it, and you end up with a perfect oval with a little loop inside the top of it. I took it and rounded it out because I was just curious what it looked like and came up with what I came up with. But I'm totally not trying to claim that I did that. They didn't do the pricing bit. I love that. Wait, what? We're cleaning her desk and working on what's inside. Yes, yeah, she's doing it through Square, or at least last we talked, that's how you were doing it. If you have a Square account and that's how you take payments, there's still a smudge on these, and it's driving me crazy. If you have a Square account, they help you and like walk you through the whole thing. She's already miles ahead of where I've ever been doing it up. Okay. Did that get it off finally? I think it did. What a concept. If you use the little thing they give you at the eye doctors to clean your glasses, they actually work. Who would have thought? Sorry. You're dreading the healing. I'm ready to get out and walk every morning. I bet you are, yeah. You'll be okay. You'll be good. I had complications because of my Derkham's disease. So it turned one of, like, I have a string of lipomas that are all connected up in my upper thigh where they did it. So yeah, Lynn, you have to use rods or titanium. So you just don't have the tumbler. You don't need the tumbler if you don't want that look, hun. I got it for my birthday a couple of years ago. But like I said, this is what it looks after it goes through the tumbler. This is not through the tumbler. He's pulling out the bronze from the tumbler, I believe. But this is the section that we just did quickly. This one only has 18 gauge rings, whereas this one has 16 gauge. I just really love the way that it looks. It's not difficult to create. It's just a matter of finding the whatever mandrel or whatever size it is that you want to use, because I could do this exact same length and use the first step and it's going to look a little bit different. The bronze one, when it comes in, I will full warn you that it at 18 gauge is probably feels like what 14 gauge wire does normally, like normal dead soft copper. It is very much German style type, if not a little bit firmer than German style, but I love it. It's so pretty. It has that like champagne gold. He's going to be pulling the links I did using this that we put in the liver of sulfur, and then we only popped it into the tumbler for.
We only did 3. 2 in the tumbler, 1 not in the tumbler.
Right, 2 in the tumbler. Yeah, the bronze one's the one in the tumbler.
That's the measuring cup I gave you.
Oh, I didn't see. This
That's
is the bronze?
Yes.
Oh.
See? It's almost the same, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah, it's not quite the same, but it's close.
If you put it next to these, you can really see the difference. For the 22 hours versus the 1 hour.
So this was the bronze.
Okay. S.
I might want this back in the tumbler.
Let me know later.
Okay. So this is the antique, or this is the bare bronze. It is a completely different color, but on camera doesn't look it. This is definitely red, where this leans more brown. Hopefully you can see the difference. So I don't know if you can see the difference, but this is the copper and this is the bronze. I love this. Is what antique bronze thing should look like. This, or had we left this in the liver of sulfur longer, it turns that same color as those itty bitty little ones. You can see the difference. Okay. Yes, this one is more red. Definitely. It's this is what antique bronze is supposed to look like. It looks nothing like antique brass, which is very interchangeable. So there's that. And then, like I said, this is the copper with only the liver of sulfur. So if you want more of that like steely gray / black color, this was in the liver of sulfur for like 5 minutes, and then it was neutralized in water and baking soda, and then Steve took a bowl of water with some dish soap and wash this off, because if you don't, it has a really weird, like, you know how the Monstera leaves, that silicone-y feeling, that's almost what it felt like when it came out before he washed it with a little bit but it's really pretty. So I just wanted to do this as like a little bit of an experiment. Oh, sorry, that went down wrong. As a little bit of an experiment, just so if there's any of you out there that hasn't played with wire, was a little intimidated to do so, I want to tell you, it is very stinky. Luckily, I'm very blessed that I have a husband who would rather put up with the stinky than to have his wife pour it on her or spill it or whatever else. So I'm very lucky that I have a very nice one. But yes. Yes, it was Dawn. Did somebody ask that? You went looking for bronze wire to use with reinforced relic, and I don't have any. I don't know why I never realized that. You'll get it in like 5 different colors. This bronze is actual bronze wire that I order from Craftwire USA. They are available both on Amazon, and they also have a site. I've been working with him behind the scenes to become a vendor, because he's got copper, bronze, brass, nickel, silver, if you're not allergic to nickel and wanted nickel silver, which is literally the material that they make nickels out of. He has that. And he's got it in a bunch of different gauges and whatever else. So we've been working back there. Yes. He neutralizes it with baking soda and then washes it with Dawn. Outside, it smells like rotten eggs. It does. He started in the kitchen, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh my God, I forgot how bad this smelled." And I hear the back door slam shut. And I'm like, yeah, he did forget. Luckily, he was willing to take it out. But yes, it was appreciative. She just had ablations in her legs, babe. So she's healing from that. But I will tell you, the bronze is gorgeous. It's so pretty. I don't even mind this. I think this is kind of, I guess, I don't mind this. And then you do this and you can hang something down in the center of this and still have room to like hang it from a chain like so. You could just do that and then use the more copper color up top, but there's several different things that you could do with this. You're gonna be in for an afternoon. So if you, like, I made all of this that I did, and I have more that I didn't. This is done with 20 gauge wire. So it's a little bit daintier. But like I said, you're going to get a completely different look based on the size. Where's one of the itty bitty ones that I had up here? If I can't find it, I will show you. Because like, look, that's one. That's the same link, itty bitty. I believe that I used the top step for this. Yeah, so I used the step 1, and I believe I made the loop with the largest step on the mandrel. So just little changes, little adjustments. I kind of wish I had done this on my micro pliers so they were smaller. But also, I showed this off yesterday. It is a 2-piece set, just so you know. So you go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I think it's $8 for the set of 2. So if you want those, I can always share the link for that. I believe I sent it to Lynn yesterday, but yes. You like things. Yeah, I know. Isn't it pretty? But the tumbler, I think it's the smallest step of whatever it is. I believe it's clay. To me, the tumbler gives it more of an antique brushed look. Correct. Sure. Yep, I can do that. Hold on one second. I will go over to Amazon. I believe I'm at the little cat tool caddy that somebody asked about the other day. See, this is why I need to figure out the affiliate links. Just kidding. I would still share with you. What am I looking for? Oh, mandrels. Let's this is not mandrels. What are you doing? Okay. I feel like I also think somebody else asked me about the oval mandrels. If you want that link, I will look for that as well. I swear I just sent this link yesterday. Why is it not coming up for me today? Okay, hold on. I believe I sent it to Lynn. Lynn, is that who I sent it to? I sent a bunch of links to Lynn. Okay, there, Beadsmith. That's the round nose. What's this one? Is this the set? No, it isn't. Hold on, I gotta go through my message. I sent her a couple of links yesterday. So I'm just trying to figure out which one was the man girl. There it is. I knew I sent it to Lynn. I don't know why it wouldn't come up, but copy the link. Go into StreamYard. Here is the mandrel set of 2. But yes, I can't figure out how to set it up. That's all. No, the blue tubes are not. I bought these before I learned of them. So this is the company that does the copper, and it's 1.2 pounds. Each one is 1.2 pounds. So it's YEZHET is the company for that. So wait, did I give you the link? Yeah. You have to set up an affiliate account with Amazon to do that. A lot of hoops to jump through. Yes, but I share enough. I just need to figure out how to set it up. But yeah. So I had a plan for tonight earlier. I just do not remember what it is at this point in time. I mean, we can always create and use some of this beautiful chain in the This is so pretty. This with pearls would be gorgeous. Like big 12 millimeter pearls in between these instead of having a jump ring. But the only problem with that is that, like, Steve would have to do the liver of sulfur of the wire. And then I don't even know how we do that. Because you don't want to put pearls in liver of sulfur, obviously, because it'll ruin them. I don't know. We might have to try that one for science. I'm just curious what it would do. This is not connected correctly. No wonder why it doesn't like it. But I just ruined that jump ring by doing that. There we go. It's better now. But, okay, let's see. What do we want to do tonight? Well, we can probably do something with Rainforest Relics. You guys, I'm excited because originally when I looked at the tracking thing, it's like, oh, you'll get your box on August 3rd. And I was like, oh, that's so far from now. No, it's not. It's Monday. I'm excited. If I get it on the 3rd over like the 10th or 11th, like this past month, I will be such a happy camper. So I obviously don't put up box contents in my unboxing thumbnail, so you'll know. But it will clearly say unboxing. I guessed I know what I wanted to do. I posted a question for everybody yesterday. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go look through it together with you guys to see what everybody had commented on it. Oh, there's only 4 comments. I'm bummed. I was hoping there'd be more. Okay, so Lynn said that she needs to learn so much, but you really want to start leatherwork and wire technique, so up for anything. Okay. Beverly said she has birthday gifts to make to see for a few surprises. You'd like to make, okay. I'll be thinking about my answers, what Gracia said. And you said that you'd like to make yourself a piece of rubies, which is your birthstone, Leah. And you'd love to learn to macrame and sew. Macrame, I got you, girl. Don't go and buy cording. I've got more than enough for you. All right, let's grab out the relics. I haven't done anything with the patina pieces yet. So maybe we will try to jump on that. And I haven't done anything with the different turquoise colors or these crystals yet. And I really like these. These read blue until you put them next to something blue, and then they're not blue anyways. Oh, sorry. The question was, I said, what is your jewelry making bucket? What is on your jewelry making bucket list? It can be a technique, wanting to use full wire, which is gold, sterling silver, platinum, stuff like that. Not plated, not filled, like gold, full form wire. Someone you'd like to create a custom piece for, and why. And what you want, I'll just throw in there now. Like if there's something that you wanted to make yourself, go do it. You were confused with the question, Tina. Okay. So all I was wondering was, is there anything that's on your bucket list? Like, have you never worked with the tumbler or liver of sulfur? And is that something you want to learn to do? Have you not figured out wire work? And maybe you want to think about designing your own links. Is there specific stones that you would love to be able to afford to work with? Things like that. Just like your little beady bucket list. What you guys, hi Delon. What you guys, if you did not have any monetary time, family, disability, whatever, if you had none of that, what is, like, if you could walk in, purchase, and create whatever you wanted, what would it be? You know, kind of like the things people put on there. Like some people do it before they turn 30 or before they turn 40. They'll create a little, list of things they want to do before they turn that age. That's what I was asking. Hi, Georgia. So it was just a little like bucket list item. What you guys would like to do. Delon says, wire work and beading. You would do a ton with wire. Yeah, time is a big one. It did take me, I don't know, probably 4 hours to create all of the chain that I created. So it's a lot. An opal necklace of your own, real opal. Girl, Bernie has some beautiful opal. So if you ever want it, yes. I guess what Danielle does. I would like that. Oh, like bead weaving and stuff like that Danielle Wicks does. She's really good at it. I spent $42 on one Alexandrite bead that I turned into a necklace. Very simple. I just wrapped it with just a loop, no muss, no fuss, and put it on a sterling silver chain. And she loves it because she didn't like pearls, or I can't remember the other option for June. But she liked Alexandrite. So before she got married, we did that. So yeah, like bead weaving and things like that. I would just say, I know that like some people are like, oh, you shouldn't glue cabochons. If it's what you need to do to use a piece that you love, do it. Don't let anybody try to tell you, oh, you shouldn't do that. Like, go and play with it yourself. There's obviously glue-on bales and things like that for a reason. There are markers made to color metal for a reason. There are people that use the technique, design their own, sold it, and there was enough interest that it's still a item available on the internet. So, I would say don't let anybody tell you you can't do that. And don't let anybody tell you you can only do one thing. You can do whatever you want, however you want, with whatever you want. If you're not spending anybody else's money but your own or your hubby's, then it's nobody's business what you do, how you spend it, what you spend it on, and how you use that piece. I would really, I know it's not going to happen, but I would really like to be able to figure out my Cricut Maker so that I could make and cut out like wood blanks and like pleather or even leather blanks to use in earrings and necklaces and whatever. I have a very nice Cricut Maker sitting in the next room. I cannot figure it out because of my memory recall issues. So it's different. You have a favorite wire worker? Right. Don't let the thing that's stopping you be yourself. Exactly. You're single, but you're addicted to beads and findings. Barbara, you're the best. She's the best. I love this group of ladies. It's great. Oh, if you know, you know, right? Anyways, I haven't made anything with the patina pieces. Or these crystals, like I said, which I wanted to. I haven't done anything. I still have plenty of leaves left over. And I had, oh my gosh, I'm shocked I didn't think of this sooner. I have some beautiful bronzite with the bronze wire that went in the liver of sulfur. Oh, that would be pretty. That might be a thing coming soon. But those were like $4 each. So I want to think about it before I use them. So we have these crystals. I have some of my favorite, these ones that would look pretty with that, just to be kind of like dainty and more colorful. I just wanted to show you what the different wire components look like at different stages. Because when I originally used it, I thought that that like the copper should be a specific color. So then when we use liver of sulfur, I thought we did it wrong. It's not. There are different steps that you can take. And dependent upon which steps you follow, you're going to get a different outcome each time. Like, I'm going to want to throw the bronze wire into the tumbler overnight tonight, just so I can see what it would look like overnight. I put an extra jump ring in there so that I could pull something out so that I could love it. Thank you, Delon. Yeah, you have an old Cricut? I have a, mine's not old. it's a Cricut Maker 2. So it's not even like the first generation. My husband bought it for me for Mother's Day, and I can't figure it out. He bought it for me 4 or 5 years ago. I just, for the life of me, cannot figure out how to use it. So, it's great. Anyways, I wanted to demystify the process a little bit, so that if you were afraid of the process, I wanted to show you that there's nothing to be afraid of. Because look at how pretty this chain is, and I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to create using that chain or sell it, since there are a few people asking about that. I would have to figure out what that price would be. So, I really like this color. I'm wondering, what does it look like with the Kambaba itself? Ooh, that actually looks really pretty. Okay. That's really pretty. And I'm a fan of the matte beads. It's what first showed me that there is blue, and this coin bead has a lot of blue in it. I don't know why I never saw the blue in Kambaba Jasper before, because like I said, it was my husband's first favorite. I need to figure out how to wrap this. I've had this purple labradorite for a while. It's not flashing on camera as much as it is here, but I've wanted to make with it for a while. I had also pulled out these crystals that match the darker greens in the Kambaba. Let's see what that looks like in between. That could be pretty, so it's not too dark. But that would be a simpler type piece. You can also, like I said, take these. And here's one that's longer, but I use the first step. So it's also only 20 gauge, so it's not as sturdy as the other. But you could, like I said, you could dangle something in the middle of one of these and use it as a focal. Where's the big one that we just... Oh, here. Yeah. You could make something and dangle it in the center. Even just like that is really pretty. But there are obviously other gemstones that would also be nice. I also did want to kind of use some of the metal offerings for earrings. We could play around with those tonight. It's a new time slot. Let's do the earrings. I got interrupted the other night when I was trying to make some of the bigger earrings, which are kind of more outside of my comfort zone. So since I'm trying to inspire all of you to not be afraid, let's see what I can do myself, because I don't like to talk the talk but then not walk the walk with you guys. So let's get in and make some big earrings rather than necklaces and bracelets. There is one other thing that I will try, and if it's successful, I'll let you know. But I thought that if you use like a smaller jump ring, obviously these are two different ones. I wouldn't do it that way. But I wondered if you could make a chain, like you connect them there, but also connect something else to like connect them. I'm just not making sense. Sorry. That wasn't making any sense. I have these, both of these, because I get 2 boxes. So we could make earrings out of those as well. Where are the other leaves is what I'm looking for right now. Where are the other leaves? I don't know. We also have the lighter, like green that had bronze on it too. We have those crystals we can use. Those ones with the bronze. And then there's actually the smaller, little bit darker version right there. So let's get in it, make some big flashy earrings, which is something I very rarely do. We don't have to just use this one box. And I'm saying that because I am looking over at these. Maybe we'll make some chunky earrings with a couple of these. But we also know how picky Heather is. Those two aren't too different. That one's beautiful, just like that. That one's ear is broken. These two would be great for a pair of earrings. Okay, so we will do cheetah ones. I thought we could also use, if we don't use some of the chain we made today, maybe use some of the chain that came in the box to make like some dangly little earrings or just in general. Okay, let's see. This one has 2, so we could even attach chain underneath this to dangle things from. And because we have 2 different options there, we can always just create a jump ring right here into the ear wire. And like I said, we'd have 2 areas. We could even drape chain one to the other. So let's play around with this. I'm just wanting to create everybody to possibly step outside their comfort zone. And if you can't tell, I rarely use a toggle as given. They scare me a little bit. Some of them I'm like, oh no, that will totally hold. This one probably would have held because the bar was so wide, it would have held. But and then we have these ones. I just don't know where my other one like that is. Alrighty then. See, here's one, but I need more than one to make an earring. I have these that we can make earrings with. Let's just play and have fun and not follow rules. If that's all right with everybody, because that sounds like fun. And Saturday / what used to be Sunday night, that was always what it was about, was just checking in with each other, seeing how everybody's doing, all of that. Here's the rest of like my antique bronze stuff. No, that's not what I thought it was. Okay. Here's the kebab thing. And then we have the appetite too. I was kind of hoping I would find the other Heck, I have 2 roses. We could even make earrings using the roses. This will be for tomorrow morning, I think, because that's really pretty. And I have all the moss. Okay. Let's have fun. Alrighty. Let's grab some appetite since Beth's here but can't text as much. I will just make something I know she would like. And if she doesn't like it, she can't say so, right? I'm kidding. Those are the darker. I liked the teal colored ones. Those were my favorite out of these appetite. But I like the nuggets. I know not everybody did because they weren't like the blue that we're used to having, but I loved it. Right there. Oh, antique bronze wire, which will not match this at all. This is 26 gauge, Heather. That's not going to do you any good. Unless I wanted to wire wrap around. Okay, here we go. I have a whole bunch of stackers right here. Let's see. Here's this. That way. Better this way. That's pretty. Okay, so are we just going to use that? Or do we want to put one of these on top? No, I don't like that. But I feel like it needs one more thing up top. I've got all the spacers. I've got those, plenty of those. I have these man-made hematite. They're not actual hematite spacers. Those are the bronzite links. And then I have a whole mess of different spacers right here. These are perfect. Okay, there we go. They have the same texture as the hoops do. What do you guys think? Do we like? Beth said, you think I can't type? I knew that would get her typing. I hope you know that I knew that was going to happen. Don't tell Beth she can't talk. Sorry. I promise Steve just brought me that one. I haven't had any before then. I'm just in a cheeky kind of mood. So if I see something that you're not sure how to take it as I love you and I just want to have fun, as Madonna said. Okay, we're going to make a loop and wrap it. Just a little hybrid loop, which I taught somebody one-on-one today. So I will go over that a little bit slower because she had never seen me do one. So I think I want to make these each their own link. Or do I? That's a really big drop. Yes, no, maybe so. I don't even think I like that. I have other bronze wire. I have other antique bronze wire is what I meant to say. Is this thicker? Yeah. Yeah, I want to use this. This is closer. to these findings. And I mean, we got some cool findings. I don't know why I haven't used any of the leaves yet either. I just saw that sitting up there. Okay. Let's try this again. And I didn't show it again. I apologize. Sometimes I just get like in the zone and I'm not paying attention. So we're just going to pop these on. I think I like having them their own length so they can swing. Okay, I will show you what the hybrid loop is. I'm going to show you right now. So the hybrid loop came about because I didn't like how like the 3 wraps around, how much room they took above and below a bead. I always felt like I had to leave beads out in order to make it the right length or spacing that I wanted, especially when making links for a bracelet. Those 3 wraps on the top and the bottom of a bead took up so much space, and especially if it was this portion of the bracelet. I always had a hard time with it. So I came up with what I call the hybrid loop. Okay, I don't want to say that. I know I'm not the first person in jewelry making who has ever done this. I call it the hybrid loop because it's a mix between a simple loop and the triple wrapped loop. But I did testing, strength testing on the hybrid loop, and it is as strong as the loops that are wrapped around 3 times. So that's how it came about. Like I said, I'm not going to say I'm the only one who ever used it. I'm not going to say I'm the one who came up with it. But what the hybrid loop is I just take and bend the wire over. I go in to make the loop. And then instead of wrapping around 3 times, I simply do a half wrap. Right until it gets to that point where the loop originally started. And I'm telling you, that is as strong as a triple wrapped loop. And just for shits and giggles, I'll show you really quick. This is feeling like it's 22 gauge wire. So this one I will do, and I will wrap it around 3 times. Since there are people who have never seen me do this, I'll show the whole process. So just like I will never say that my way is the only way, I always encourage people to go out and watch at least 3 content creators do the exact same process, because we all learn and teach differently. Oh, so here's the triple wrap. This is going to be the one that I do the hybrid wrap. I'm going to attempt to attach, it appears, the 2 loops together. Only the second one, I'm only going to wrap it around, where are my pliers? I have far too much stuff on my desk right here. Here they are. And I'm going to trim it right where the loop starts. So you can see there's just 1 wrap on either side. They're direct connected. They're just as strong. I have done this strength test all the way down, and the only time I had an issue was when I got to 24 gauge wire. It didn't slip out or come apart. The loop distorted and became oval rather than round. So that's what I said, Georgia. I don't say that I invented it. It's just what I call it. Okay, let's finish wrapping up. I don't even see where my little link went. Cut a few sections so I don't have to keep picking back up the spool of wire. Oh, this was the one that I didn't like because it was too flimsy. There we go. So I just cut all those pieces of wire. And they're not the width I wanted. I will say that if somebody's not even confident enough to put their pieces up for sale and have them market tested, they should not go around telling people that the way they do it is the only way to do it. I have sold several pieces of jewelry that I have put together. So. Put the appetite on. Okay. Oh, I needed to connect that. Goodness. I got sidetracked. I apologize. We'll go ahead and connect it with the first loop. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, you go, girl. You made me laugh and I didn't wrap that. Sorry. Your favorite wire worker has never sold a piece of jewelry, won't put a piece of jewelry out to sell nothing. And I'll tell you that a lot of my viewers feel like you started to come watching me after I blocked her to kind of report back, Georgia. And a lot of the people here have recommended that I not have you as part of the audience. But yes, I blocked her for a very good reason. For many reasons, actually. It wasn't a hot-headed moment. It was continued behavioral pattern that happened for almost 2 years. So, because you even had to mention her tonight. I never wanted to be a creator who said, well, then don't watch me or this or that. So it took a lot for me to get to that point. And I had very good reasons for doing so. Okay, there's that earring. These are not facing the same way, so they're not laying right. This one will have to be perpendicular for the ear wire. There we go. We will attach an ear wire to that after I make the other piece. Representative block was Linda. And you guys know, those of you who've been watching me since the beginning of my channel, I talked about her very positively. I pushed people to go watch her. I dropped her channel link over and over again during my videos, and I never did anything right, according to her. So it was my low self-esteem that allowed it to go on, but that the beautiful women in this community that lifted me up and got me to a point where I felt good enough about myself to stand up for myself. So I want to thank each and every single one of you who was part of that, who lifted me up, who told me, no, you're good, don't listen to that. So thank you all. I love you all dearly. And I didn't want to take this here. I just wanted you to know what's been going on and to let you all know that it was all of you. It was standing on all of your shoulders that made it okay for me to finally do that. So I love you all so much. And so, yes, mwah, love you all. Where's the other piece of apatite that I had pulled out that I like so much? I must have bumped it. I think it was this one, though. And even with all that being said, I will never say that woman isn't talented. Because she is talented. Very talented. Forgot to make these perpendicular so they're laid right. So there is our first pair of earrings. I will put them on. I'll make all the loops at once, or all of the ear wires at once. Let's go on to the next. Do we want to use a leaf above or below? I'm still trying to decide what I want to drape from these. I could even just take a piece of chain and connect it to this link and connect it to that side. And that could be really pretty. And it could be the top instead of the bottom. So it could go that way with chain connecting both pieces. Yeah, she has talked about me publicly. She talked about me negatively on my channel over and over again. She also did so in the Facebook group that I started. And this is just going to prove what several other people told me before, which was that you were here to do her dirty work, as we all saw the message that you sent her. So I will just go over to YouTube on my phone and take care of this right now. There we go. She's gone. Bye-bye. I needed to make sure that that's why she was on this channel. And I knew if I said her name outright, she would show her colors. She made all of you guys feel bad for her during the last 4 lives, saying she was afraid to say anything and, oh, I shouldn't just da 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 da, like over and over and over again. She made everybody feel like they were treating her wrong, and that's bogus, and I'm done with it. And she is now banned, and all of her comments on any of my channel have been blocked. So I like 3 snaps, Leah. I know you didn't feel bad. Leah wanted me to block her after the first live. And again, because I don't ever want to be a creator that is like, well, then don't watch me. Which I don't, if somebody wants to live that way, go for it, by all means. But this is an amazing, beautiful group of people. And you go after my people, you will learn very quickly that Heather doesn't put up with it. She'll put up a lot when it comes to people saying or doing against me. But you come across my people, my husband, my children, my treasures, you will lose every single time. Every single time. So, love you all. I know you didn't feel bad, doll. I knew if I put the bait out. I knew as soon as I saw the, oh, there's a wire worker that I'm completely inspired by. That was, and then she started saying something to some of you guys, which she had done in a prior video, and I'm not about to allow any of you to be spoken to or to try to make you feel bad because she was sent here on a mission from somebody else. Oh, let's see. Where did I put the rest of the antique bronze chain? But please know that I absolutely meant every single word of that. You guys are the only reasons I feel strong enough to do that. So, why can I not find the Lumina chain? Oh, there. Okay. I'm gonna say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links should be plenty on either side. I know it was the right move because I'm not even having a panic attack about it right now. No, it's the right news, but yes. Right? Right. I know. It's been a lot, guys, and I'm sorry. I really did try to, I gave the benefit of the doubt a little too long. It was literally something that she said to one of you guys during my last live that really pissed me off. And Steve will tell you that, like, I will put up with a lot from a lot of people, but yeah, mess with my people, that's not okay. I want a really little loop, so I'm just going to pull out this mandrel because I only need about a 2 millimeter loop, which is what that loop, that second step of that mandrel will give me. Oh, I need more than 2. I'm going to need 4 of those. You guys have been watching long enough. No. She sat there and baited me by saying she just threw stuff away, whatever. She has never put her stuff out to be market tested, ever. So, she doesn't sell her stuff. She doesn't even gift her stuff. She makes it, it goes in a box. Which I'm not saying you have to give away or whatever to be a talented designer, but you shouldn't also be making somebody feel bad or insecure, which is completely against what Beading Besties is all about. When I said that that necklace was the jewelry equivalent of what I want this community to be about, I was completely serious. That African carving is all about lifting others up in love. So that's not why you're here. Get to stepping. That's all I gotta say. But if you like somebody that I don't, that's fine. By all means, watch both. I have no issue with that. And like I said, I'm not saying she's not a talented designer. She's just not. My thing. See, you see, this is like antique bronze or antique bronze, but it doesn't match that antique bronze. That's the stuff that drives me crazy. Because while you won't see this first jump ring because it'll be hidden by the donut piece, you will see it with whatever I attach to it. So where's my other wide nose? I will forewarn you that it's a bit finicky to get this jump ring. I did make the world's smallest jump ring, but where are the pre-made ones that I already have? Let's see. Where are all the other sizes? I used to have like a ton of other sizes, and I guess I've used them all. The only problem is that I can't put these next to each other on here, but hey, what I can do. Let me see. if I use the big one, I might be able to just go through it with the larger jump ring and then hang something from that. Come on. Finish going through. There's, even if I was going to use this as a pendant, that would be cute. That would be cute to hang this, to use to hang this on chain, to attach chain there and there. That would be really cute. It's a little finicky because the thicker the jump rings I'm using are 18 gauge. So when I go to put it in, it starts to curve before it hits that. So I kind of have to close it and then bring the loop together that way in order to attach to it. Otherwise, I would have to have a much larger jump ring for there to be enough space on it to go through those two loops. So, I don't know. This might even be cute with the leopard heads underneath. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll probably just attach the leopard head, and then if I use more of the larger jump rings, I can put it, hopefully it's big enough to go around the donut part of this into an ear wire. And it is just barely, but it is big enough. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I hope that this situation will teach all of you that your own mental health is more important than anyone viewer. And in case you're newer and do not know, or you missed that night and do not know which necklace I'm talking about, it's this one. So, night, Brandy. Susie, that's mine all the time. Absolutely. Heather, you're getting ready to start on Etsy. Please make sure that you share it. Please make sure that you share it in Beading Besties, your Etsy page when you start it, Heather. Girl, Susie, share whatever it is that you want to share. Okay, I'm going to go over it again, just so everybody knows. Just a minute. Kim, you kind of missed the spicy part, my love. Okay. In Beading Besties, there is 1.5-ish rules. Number 1, be kind and respectful to everybody else there. Be kind about their products, their things they're putting out. I don't ever want anybody to be afraid to post something. Now, I'll get to rule number 2 in just a second. You are allowed and encouraged and supported to Post anything that you are part of. You can post your Facebook group, your Facebook page. You can post your Etsy account. You can post your website. You can post any piece of jewelry you have made for sale. You will never be told you can't do that, just as there will not be post approval within Beading Besties, because we are all grown ass, mostly women, and don't need to be told what we can and can't say. So the only rule tool comes in if you are posting things for sale within Beading Besties. If you do, as soon as talk of money switching hands begins, it needs to be done outside of Beading Besties from that point forward, either through messenger or text message, email, however you want to do that. And that's only so that nobody misunderstands and thinks that the Beading Besties group is responsible for any part of that sale. So if there are things that you want to sell, go post them in the group. You will not get in trouble. You will not get kicked out. None of that will happen. I promise you. The only thing us admins have ever had to do 99.9% of the time is approve new members. So you guys can go and do that whenever you want to do so. It's perfectly okay. I know it's not the norm within the beading community, but it is perfectly okay for you to post and promote yourself. You have Instagram, put it on there. Twitter, put it on there. I really, really, really do not mind, nor do the rest of us. And we want you to be able to do more in the future. And the only jewelry I want my husband buying me is something that was made by one of you wonderful women. He knows that. Either buy me beads or go have a chit chat with one of the ladies within this group, Kim Evans, Beth, Rosanna, any of you, and say, oh my gosh, I would love to. So yes, it's okay if you work full time, Heather. We're good. So what's that? What it's called? Beading Besties channel. Yes, it is Beading Besties. Let me, I will go and get you the link for the page. It's in the description of this box, description of this. But let me go get you the link for Beading Besties right now. That is the group. There are questions you have to actually type out answers for. That is the best way for us to keep spam and bot accounts from invading the Beading Besties world, because they can't answer out the questions properly. Like, they can go in and do like multiple choice or whatever, or like they're not at the point where they can answer questions in a way that's obvious while online, if they're bots or spam or whatever else. We can usually figure it out when they reply to us, whether the answer doesn't make sense or if it's one letter or whatever else. We know those aren't legitimate accounts. So yes, it's a Facebook group, hon. Absolutely. So, like I said, this right here, if there was a jewelry representation of what I want for our community, this is it. It is women lifting each other up with love. That's what this symbolizes. But just in case anybody didn't quite read the full message, I went ahead and added the heart. Just kidding. You guys all know. But yeah, this is a piece that I made a few weeks back after everything initially happened, and that is why I made it, was because of that situation. So let's go ahead and wire wrap these little leopard heads and get back to making jewelry, because it's supposed to be fun, damn it. That's why I do it. I believe you do belong, Susie. I do believe you do. And it's Susie, right? I think I've asked you before and you said yes, it was Susie, not Suze. If you'd rather us call you Suze, though, I'm okay with that too. Aw, thanks, Kimmy. You missed the beginning when I was showing like the chain I made and like what the different ones look like based on the different processes we tried. So this is obviously the copper not treated. This is the copper just put into liver of sulfur. This is copper that was put into the liver of sulfur and then into a tumbler overnight. And this is the bronze wire, the bare bronze wire that I love so much. So it's like a champagne gold. That's what this brown is. It has not gone in the tumbler. I do want to put some in the tumbler to see what it looks like, but Steve did all of that for me tonight because he's the bestest most of the time, but he is a man, right? Love you, babe. Okay, let's wrap up this leopard. Where did I put the butter? Right here. I couldn't find the thicker antique bronze wire. But yeah, that's what bronze looks like. Sorry. That's what bronze looks like when it patinas naturally. It just gets deeper and deeper brown the longer you have it. So since I'm only putting the cheetah heads below this part of the toggle, I'm just going to go ahead and make my the little head pin, ball head pin that I like to make by tipping the wire over to make a little like half crook right there. Then I take my Xuron pliers. I leave just that much sticking out the top so that when I squish it, that still stays round. Then I'll cut off the excess right here. And I do this because I cannot stand when the wires and everything don't match. It drives me crazy. So then I have my own little ball head pin right there. I am going to put a bead on top of here. Otherwise, it's a little bit more difficult to wrap. So let's see. We can put some baba on top. We could even put more apatite. These were the apatite earrings that we made earlier, Kim. With this little, I got these from BBB, but they match the dimpling of this toggle. I'm sorry, I have so many little things sitting up there. I apologize if that's... I think I'm going to use these. Because they're like the green color of the hoop, but then they have like a bronze wash over them. And I might even use more than one with like a daisy spacer in between them. Just so we have a little bit more visual interest. I had plenty of other spacer beads I could have used, but let's try this. Leah, you're the best, though. Your little 2 snaps. That was the best ever. Oh. You guys, I'm not even kidding. Like, don't take up all of her time because I need her. But if you ever need that chick that's like down and also makes you laugh your butt off, you need to get to know Leah because she's literally the best ever. And she'll tell me I'm up too late and to get my butt in bed. All the while knowing that I live on the West Coast and she lives on the East Coast and is up way later than I am. I like that. That's pretty. She's that chick. She's the best. Like, for real. Not that you all are. I'm just saying, if you don't know who Leah is, you want to know who Leah is. Because she's just the best. Ooh, it was getting spicy, Kim, and then all of a sudden I see her comment 2 snaps. And I'm like, oh, yep, I got this. Oh, goodness gracious. He is the best ever, 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 ever. Huh. But I love you all for all the different things that you guys add. Oops, that one's got a bigger hole. That's what he said. Just kidding. See what you did, Leah. You got me all kind of spicy now. There we go. That should be better. There we go. Okay. I need more of those. People who watch this after this is gonna be like, what are you all talking about? Go watch. You'll understand. Wait, are you trying to say night, babe? Might, Heather. Oh, I know that was restrained. I know you were screaming at your computer. I know, girl. I know. There'd be a restraining order if... Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Okay, this is the loop. Okay, earring pair number 2. I'm going to just connect these to the ear wire using the loop above, which I'll add to that later. Okay, I have these little guys, which remind me of like off-centered flip-flops almost. I don't know. I see flip-flops when I see them for some reason. But even just connecting it to this little like flower up above it makes it a little bit like, that's actually kind of cute. Okay, let's see here. I only have the bigger jump rings. Let's see what that looks like. I don't even know if that'll work based on the way the loops are. Yeah, no. That it would have to have 2 jump rings. That won't work. Okay. So we would either have to wire up it ourselves, which we can do, or we could create a little loop-de-loop to go from one to the other with a bead in the middle. Let me grab the faux turquoise that came with this, because I think that will be the perfect addition. I thought I had it pulled out already. Where is the faux turquoise beads? There was a whole strand of them this month, and I haven't used any. There they are. I haven't used any of them. I still also have my circles and squares from good old Sam's Bead Shop back in the day. But we will just take those 2 and wire wrap them to the little flower and then down to the flip-flop, even though I know that's not a flip-flop. It looks like a flip-flop to me. I don't know what to say. And I know sometimes my visuals like get you guys, because like the one bead mix that I called Tricks, then everybody saw it as Trick cereal. I know. But that's what it looked like. Beads look like flip-flops. Okay, if you ever feel like you don't have enough room but don't want to make a big loop right there, the trick is you can either hold on to the loop there while you wrap, or you can hold on to it here on this side and wrap. And that will give you more room to do so without distorting your loop. So don't feel like if you can't hold it that you're not going to be able to make it secure, because you can just by holding either the top of the loop or the side of the loop. Then we'll add our little piece of turquoise. I was going to try to come up and connect faux and turquoise, and it sounded like a cuss word, so I stopped. See, that's the thing. I have that filter before between the thought and my mouth that some people just don't have. Because you can only imagine what faux turquoise sounded like as one word. Earring. Cutesy number 1, these are not lined up properly. These have to be no, they don't have to be perpendicular. They just have to be lined up, I think. Right? Yes, but these are not for some reason. Grab my pliers and turn. Yes, there we go. Cute, cute. Hi, Cindy. Did we have another one? Leah turned her filter off. I have that right up until 1:30. Yeah, I haven't had much to drink of my wine. This is my Belladonna green apple wine. It's my favorite. But I also know that when wine 30 hits, that's when Kim will spend more money on beads. So, but she loves me because I don't take advantage of that knowledge and call her to spend money after wine 30. Because I'm a good friend who does not think about the fact that I could make so much money. Is this? I think I used this. Maybe not. I don't. This is not the. This is the 22 that's more like 24 gauge wire. This is the one I cut. Because it's not as weak. Cindy's like, wine 30. I'm there, girl. I'm there. I know. I want to do like some kind of thing here. I don't know. Maybe we do it during the fall Tucson show, because they do one in the fall and then there's the regular one. But an Airbnb, even here in the Phoenix metro area, is 4 times what it would be any other time of the year. So if we did it for the fall one, right now is the best time to do it. So if nothing else, I don't know, we need to start planning for summertime next year. I just don't want the heat to scare anybody off. Because, Steve got home at before noon and it was already 108. So I'm pretty sure none of you want to voluntarily subject yourself to that kind of heat. But if we did it for the fall show, we could probably still get a pretty good deal. Or we just do it at the end of summer. And because this is top 5, this fan noise is driving me crazy, almost worse than the fish tank when we were first together. It is so loud and driving me crazy. Yes, this is facing the wrong way. No. It's supposed to have, like, you can put water in it and it's like a little baby humidifier, which is good because it's better than the fan that was in here, but the noise is, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I turned it off. No, I said turn it off. I don't know. It's annoying. I turned off the background noise, hopefully for you guys, but okay.
Just means it's running low on water.
It just means it's right. See, I got a good hubby. He came in to check.
Listen.
What?
I pushed the button. That's water going back down.
That sounded like somebody just farted.
Want to show the baby?
This is the little girl who we still have because she caught parvo, but because she'd already had 3 vaccinations. You could never tell that this was a parvo baby, right? The day Steve took her to the vet, they had 34 new cases because of dust storms here. So you can see she's crazy, she's spunky, she's fine.
Go on.
Now. But, all right, so we have 3 of those done. Let's see, what do we want to do with the leaves? I haven't used those green sparkly leaves from the companion bundle. What did everybody think of those? Because I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of those. They kind of drove me crazy. You just came through Arizona. Yeah. It's 70. I just can't deal with that. Yeah. There you go, Kim. She's like, I'm covered. I don't even have to pay for a room. The whole goal would be for all of us to be together. But anyways, guys. Alrighty, we got 3 pairs of earrings made. We have 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to attach them to ear wires after, probably not after we're done here, probably tomorrow morning. But thank you guys all for being here. I love you. You're the best. So I just, yes, I stay in the house all day. Otherwise, it feels like I'm every time I open the door, it's like a ginormous blow dryer is blowing at me. So I'm hoping that we might actually have a monsoon here this year, even though that creates a lot of humidity. It also creates the most beautiful thunder lightning storms. And I like to go live when that happens so everybody can see the lightning storms because they're gorgeous. But yeah. Oh yeah. And if you guys ever want to, if we're not already friends on Facebook, send me a friend request. I had somebody today that I didn't know we weren't. But yes. Okay, will do, Kimmy. I will find out about the fall show and let you know. She's so okay. Yeah, she's more than okay. She's a little... She got babied by Steve. That's the only thing. So she's fine all day long, but then he gets home and she's got to have his attention or she barks nonstop. But yes, she's perfectly okay now. She's great. But okay, well, Kim, you'll get to see him. I'll let you know. Yeah, she looks just like her mama, who's my baby. So I love it. But I am so thankful that you guys are all here. I hope the new time slot will be good for everybody. I know it's an hour. It's 23 hours earlier than normal. I think, though, even when the time changes, I'm not going to change times because I don't want to come on earlier than this. I kind of like this time slot. It seems to work a little bit better for everybody, but we had to change because my hubby and I just weren't seeing each other enough. He would go to work, come home, need to like cool off, take a nap, all of that. And then I would go live on Sundays. And so he said, I will only work Saturdays if you switch your show to Saturdays. And so now Sunday is completely clear. So that's great. Oh, Leah, I hope you enjoy. I hope you can go back and watch it. Catch the replay. I tried to I posted it like 3 hours early. I never post one of my videos that early. And I did a short trying to let people know ahead of time. But our new time slot is 6 p.m. I had to write it down earlier. And who knows where I put that sticky. Okay, it's 6 here, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there you go. I know Mississippi is trying to a lot of people are trying to get rid of daylight savings time. It doesn't make any sense to me anymore. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will see you Monday morning. You never know. I might, when I get inspired, sometimes I pop on anyways, but I don't want to make a commitment. At the latest, you'll see me Monday morning. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And as always, till next time, happy beading.